It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey there, good morning to you on the first Friday of 2025 and the first weekend we're heading into of 2025. Now, don't worry, I won't count. Next week, I won't be talking about the second weekend of 2025 and then count all the way through to number 52. But we are going to mark the first one. How about that?
Yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one. All right, we have some news, some updates for you on the situation in New Orleans. Authorities believe the man who rammed his car into the crowd there in New Orleans on New Year's Day acted alone. This after previously thinking that he surely had help. The FBI says that it went through hours of surveillance video, and they are pretty confident that Shamshoud Din Jabbar was the only threat. He was killed by a return fire from police. Police say that he posted several videos online proclaiming his support for ISIS, and of course he had the ISIS flag on the truck. The FBI says Jabbar explained in the video that he originally had planned only to harm his friends and family, but was concerned the news headlines would not focus on the, quote, war between the believers and the disbelievers, end quote. 15 people were killed, 30 are injured. And now to this, the FBI says, as for the deadly and purposeful Cybertruck explosion that happened shortly thereafter outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas, they do not believe that it was linked to the attack in New Orleans. Still no word on the motive. Officials said Matthew Allen Livesberger rented the vehicle, drove it to the hotel, and surveillance video shows the moment that the truck exploded. The driver was killed, as well as 7 people hurt who were standing nearby, but only the one death. Police found 2 handguns inside the truck, along with gasoline canisters and fireworks. Also, this is interesting. Just like the terrorist in New Orleans, Jabbar, he served in the U.S. Army, as we told you. So did the man in the Las Vegas attack. Livesberger also served in both the Army and the National Guard from January 06 to 2012 and was serving as an Army Special Operations soldier since December of 2012. So that's kind of a lot.
It's a lot, and it's very strange and troubling.
It is troubling. And I just feel like we typically just cover really local news, honestly, on this podcast. But I have been watching all of this because it feels like a coordinated effort a bit, you know. But I mean, it appears apparently they were not linked.
Okay, well, I hope that's the end of it, but you never know. Here in the Ozarks, we'll be getting some federal assistance for the flooding and tornadoes that we had go through here in early November. This type of declaration makes public assistance available for repair of damaged roads, bridges, and other public infrastructure. So that's really what this is about. Counties that will get some of the money are Dent, Douglas, Howell, Oregon, Ozark, Phelps, Pulaski, Shannon, Texas, and Wright counties. 5 people lost their lives in that flooding, including, you'll remember this, a couple on their way to work at the polls, the polling place on Election Day in Wright County. That was a sad deal. And now some pretty good news. The Highway Patrol says there were 0 traffic and boating deaths, fatalities in our area over the New Year's holiday. That's good. 50 people were cited, though, for driving while intoxicated. That's not so good. There were 44 crashes, but again, none fatal. The counting period ran from 6 in the p.m. on New Year's Eve throughout all of New Year's Day.
All right. Switching gears entirely now. This is just interesting. Food news. Chick-fil-A has some new menu items coming, but apparently they're not coming to the Ozarks. They're going to basically be in Georgia to see if they're any good. And if it goes well in Georgia, perhaps we'll see them here. Banana pudding, sweet potato souffle, sweet potato waffle fries. Yes, please. Peach pie, whatever tropical nuggets That's what it says. That's what
Yeah,
they're
I don't know
called.
what those
Tropical
are. I
nuggets.
saw those. I don't know. I don't know what they are.
I don't know what they are either, but they must be good. Tropical chicken minis, fried okra, and crispy sprouts.
I don't know what crispy sprouts are, but I know what fried okra is.
Yes. While I'm on the list, let me give you this too. The beverages, the new beverages are cran lime lemonade, frosted pineapple, pineapple nut milkshake, and frosted Hawaiian. So we'll see how they do in Georgia. And if it goes well, we might have them here.
Man, remember that milkshake that when we were in Hawaii, we were in Maui a couple years ago, and the milkshake that we got down on the beach was the best thing I have ever had. It was basically pina colada milkshake, but it was pineapple and coconut. It was unbelievable. My kids still talk about
Yeah.
that milkshake and be like, Dad, we should go back to Maui just for that milkshake. And I'm tempted to do it.
And it was the only time perhaps that Ethan allowed the children to only eat ice cream for dinner because it was big and filling, right?
Yeah, we
So
had
they
it every
decided,
day.
yeah, that's what they wanted.
We had
And
one
by
every day.
I didn't have it every day. I can't afford to. Listen, I would love to.
I was
but we
on vacation.
know that I have to fit into a suit jacket the next day sometimes. So
Well,
clearly not today. Clearly not today. I'm in an oversized sweatshirt with no makeup. It's great.
Man, that was the best milkshake. I wish somebody around here would just
Figure out how to make that.
Yeah, and it came with with an almond joy on top.
All right. Moving along now. We are about to get real cold outside, so brace yourself for that. We have the potential for ice and snow this weekend. MoDOT is getting ready. They will roll out if need be. You might see snow plows on the roads as early as tomorrow. So be advised, stay back 200 feet if possible. Give them some space. You know what? This is going to make you give them space. It's going to make you give them space when you recognize not all of the snow plow drivers are super experienced. I remember the first time I learned that. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, you got to practice, you got to train to get hired for the job, but it's not like some 50-year-old man who's been doing it for 20 years.
Well, and this isn't Colorado either.
No, it's just funny. I remember like one time meeting one of the snow plow drivers from MoDOT. I was like doing a story, and I remember thinking, oh my gosh, how long have you been driving a car? He just looked so young.
Let alone a snowplow.
Yeah, let alone a snowplow. Anyway, it made me treat them differently. That's all I'm saying. I will give them plenty of space.
I just watched a video. It was a reel. You know how you get sucked in by the reels and you just keep swiping. There was a reel of probably because we were in Colorado and my phone knows that. But it was a snowplow driver in Colorado. I mean, it was, I don't know, it looked like 6 feet of snow. But he was plowing through it on a mountain road. So it looked like it was basically a 1-lane road. And he was pushing snow off the cliff side of a mountain. It freaked me out just watching it. It made me nervous. I sweat a little bit watching it because heights. I'm not a big fan of heights, but he was doing it. He's pushing, get rid of the snow. I wanted to see it. I never did get to see a shot behind him of what it looked like after he went through, but he seemed.
That's the end of the story.
Job. Yeah, I was just watching. Well, you reminded me of that reel, and it was a good reel. I think I saved it on my phone for the kids to watch.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all you got? I thought you were going to be like, and then he fell off the cliff.
Were you hoping that he fell off the mountain?
He survived and he got out and said, I'm okay. No,
that's it. Sick and demented that you would root for that.
End of the story. Okay.
All's well that ends well. He cleared the road. Everybody went along their way. Everything was fine. Hey, the Kansas City Chiefs play Sunday. You know this, their final regular season game of the year at Denver, but familiar faces will not be taking the field. Patrick Mahomes, namely, and some others who Andy Reid did not name specifically, will not play in the game because it really means nothing to the Chiefs. They're already the number 1 seed in the playoffs. It does mean something to the Broncos, though. They need a win to clinch a spot in the playoffs. So they're going to be going 100%. And, the backups for the Chiefs will be playing hard, too, no doubt, because they're trying to earn a spot on the starting squad.
Yeah.
So instead of Mahomes, backup QB Carson Wentz will get the start against the Broncos in Denver on Sunday. And this is interesting. For the first time as a starter in his pro career, Patrick Mahomes was left off the Pro Bowl roster. Huh? That's interesting.
That is interesting.
But there's some big names that up and comers that are doing well that were chosen instead, including Josh Allen from the Buffalo Bills, Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, and Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrows. All good quarterbacks.
Well, I wonder if he's sad about it.
He's Patrick Mahomes. Probably not.
Yeah.
He's about to have a baby anytime.
Right.
Now.
Yeah. He's got some other hopeful priorities coming along. So, okay. Around the Ozarks, speaking of the Chiefs and football, we do have a new contest to tell you about. So we're super excited about it. Vietti. That's the name. Vietti. If you want to play for the Kansas City Chiefs Divisional Playoff game and win your chance at getting some tickets, scoring some tickets to that game, go to aroundtheozarks.com and click on contest, scroll down to the Chiefs Bowl and enter to win. And then we'll let you know who wins. I think on Friday, next Friday. Sorry, next Friday. My dates are all off.
So this is brought to you by AroundTheOzarks.com and our friends at Vietti Marketing. They are helping us with these tickets, and we are giving away said tickets for the Chiefs playoffs, the divisional playoff. So that's cool. That'll be a big game to go to.
Okay, I found it. Kansas City Chiefs Divisional Playoff giveaway. Go to contest, sponsored by Vietti Marketing, and somebody is going to win. So that's exciting because it's a big game. That's all we got. That's all we got, folks.
All right. First weekend of the new year. It's going to be a little messy on Sunday, so make sure you turn into Abby Dyer's Wake Up Weather. She'll give you a lot more about that because depending on where you are, it could be ice, could be some snow. There's going to be something wintry happening, certainly in the Ozarks, but maybe in Springfield, maybe where you are, wherever that is. We'll
see. I know. Hey, I'm excited.
Thank you. You're excited about ice? Remember the last ice storm?
No, I mean, you want my spiel or not? Do we have time for this? I like something about this? A little bit. I didn't realize it until today. I was talking about it with a coworker. I like things that throw me out of my routine. I like a routine. You have to have a routine whenever you homeschool children. However, I like to be thrown out of my routine.
And
there you go.
This would do it?
Potentially. Yeah.
Potentially.
I mean, if you can't drive anywhere, then right? Yeah. I mean, it could. I don't know what's expected because I am not Abby Dyer, but for the Abby Dyers of the world, I mean, they said it's potential. So I feel like we could be out of our routine. That would be fantastic for me.
You know, that is something about winter in the Ozarks that every now and then you could have a snow day, not have to go to work from home or whatever.
Isn't it it's so lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it is kind of it's like, oh, that's different because it happens, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a winter. You have a snow day or it's icy or they close stuff just on the forecast that doesn't pan out sometimes.
There you go.
But yeah, that doesn't happen in the spring, summer, or fall. It's only winter.
Yes. So that's why.
All right, maybe we'll get a snow day on Monday. You and I will be here because we're in our house, but don't know about everybody else. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you.
We'll see you. Bye.